له المرأة بلغة اليمن. He is saying we will take lahu, and lahu is meant the women in the dialect of Yemen. You see it? So this is the first line in the book of Al-Qurtubi. This is not me saying that, this is them. This is the Muhammad and themselves saying that. We have somebody trying to call us. Let's see. I hope he's a Muslim. Hello? Yes.
Okay, so basically I'm Moroccan,
right.
and yes, and I've been watching your videos for like a month or so now.
All right.
You're so convincing, to be honest. I tried, like, I'm so convinced, to be honest, now, and the problem is that I tried to talk to my father about it, like to ask him more questions, because I don't have much people to ask, and I don't trust those imams and stuff, because they already don't respect women. Like, they don't even want to talk to you.
Yeah, you are like a different creature. You are a down creature. You know, you are not even worth talking to.
Yeah, like they don't even like try to look at you, like, and you feel like they're talking fast, like they're just trying to get you off, like just, I mean, like go away, you know. It's not a good feeling. So I tried to talk to my dad, but the first question I asked him is about the Jews. I was like, okay, no, about Arab. I'm sorry, about Arabs. I was like, okay, so Arab came from the Jews, all right? Then how they became Arab? And he started telling me the story that doesn't make any sense. And I was like, okay. And then I asked him about other things that you said in your channel, and all his answers were like so weird. And I told him about the story, like why the Christian, like why Jesus' story is different in Islam, because you know Jesus in Islam, he was born in Sahara under a palm tree, right? Yeah, and I was like, why is it different? And he was like, well, it's corrupt from there, not from us. Like us, God already told us the original story, so they are wrong. And I was like, wow. I mean, so it's all true.
Have you ever like you said you are from Morocco? Have you ever like in touch with the palm tree before?
We have palm trees.
You have a palm tree in the garden? Okay, I want you to do this today. After you finish talking to me.
I'm not in Morocco now. I ran from there. I'm
okay, I understand. But I mean, anyway, like if you get the chance one day to see a palm tree, I want you to do something very the Quran speaks of.
Okay.
The Quran says when Mary she wanted to give birth and she wanna eat, she's angry. She was able to shake the palm tree.
Exactly. Like the palm tree is so fucking like fake. Like it's so big to the point.
No bad language, please.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like it's so like big and huge to the point that you can't even like roll your hand around it. Like how can you shake it?
I wanna show you how Mary she used to be. I was able to do that. She used to go to the gym every day.
Yeah, maybe.
she go to the gym every day and she practice and she got muscles, and this is makes sense, you know. And now she is going to deliver a child and she is angry. I'm so glad that she should not even take the tree from the ground, the whole tree. I mean, who in the world can believe such a story that a female woman, she is carrying a baby and now she is going to deliver, hardly she can move. Not only she is a female, who is the male he can shake a tree? What a tree, a palm tree. And if you shake it from the palm, you can make the date feel from the top. And how you can shake the palm of a palm tree? So not only the story is different from our stories, it's totally stupid story.
I know, like exactly, and like because even men, like when they climb palm tree to get the dates, like they climb it, they don't take it.
Even if you climb
So
it, still you have to use a sharp tool so you can cut the
yeah,
thing. They are very hard to fail. They don't fail that easy. I mean, they will fail only if they are like done. They are rotten. So you cannot just shake the tree, especially in the bottom of the tree. Like, if I say maybe Mary, she was like 20 meter tall, and she got the little tiny branch where they have some date, and she shake it. But we know that the palm tree, they come like a big branch full of
yeah,
date, and there's no way a person can shake the ground of the tree. We are talking about tree in the palm, you know. If the tree maybe it was a grape, I would say okay, grape maybe. It's possible you can shake it, but this is a palm tree. Yeah, she was Samson, but yeah. So what do you think? I don't know what to call you. You don't need to say
um,
you don't have to say your name. You can give me any name you wish.
I don't know, like R Ray, anything, it's okay. Like I don't
Okay, I
really.
will call you Fatima. Here we go. I gave you a name.
No, bro.
Not Fatima. Okay. Sorry.
It's okay. You don't have to call me anything.
All right.
Just girl
So
or
what
whatever.
so what do
Okay.
you think? As long you are convinced, I feel like you are. I mean, you notice that Islam is a really stupid religion. What did you ask your father about? Why in the heaven, as long you are a lady, why in the heaven the Muslim man will have a lot of women for sex, and the women she will get nothing. She will be just a toy. Where is the reward for
You
the women?
see, you see, I didn't even get to ask this question. To be honest, I'm lucky that my family is not that crazy. Like because Arab people, like they're so crazy that you can't even have a conversation with your father.
Yeah.
But I'm lucky that my father, at least, he's listening. He doesn't really say bad stuff or like. I mean, he's willing to listen, but his answers are so like stupid. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
my dad's answers are not logical at all. And I just like the first questions I asked him were like enough to prove to me that he's the way he's thinking. I don't know. It's a little bit scary. Like literally, like you think everyone is corrupt except you. Like everything, like the Bible, the Torah. I forgot.
You
I
see,
don't know
no,
how to
no
say it.
problem. Even if that is the logic, no problem. But can still he answer about the stupid things in the Quran? Let us say the
Well,
Christian books
he
is
has his own.
corrupted, the Jewish books corrupted, everybody is corrupted except the Muslims. Okay, but then when we ask the Muslim a question about Muhammad saying something, they will say the hadith is da'if. Correct?
Yeah, I told him about when the goat ate the Quran, and he was like, I mean, we already have enough Quran to read, than to add more. Like, if you add more, maybe we wouldn't even be able to finish it. Like, who will give you this kind of answer? Just
But
please,
but
like,
but
oh
he is
my
the one who
God.
is saying that they are corrupt. But now we find that the religion is corrupt because when they say the hadith is da'if, that means hadith is Islam. Hadith is Islam, and hadith is
Look,
what Muhammad said. If you say to me that the hadith is corrupt, that means Islam is corrupt. So you accuse us of corruption. Same time, what about the sunset in the murky water? What about the
I
Prophet
will just
explaining
tell you.
that?
I will just tell you something because I'm an Arab.
I don't know if you know that the hadith where Muhammad he said that women are half a brain. So how
Yeah,
come
maybe.
a half a brain? The
Oh my
men
God.
the men they cannot answer her. I mean, if she is half a brain, right? How come those Arab men, even their own her family, they cannot answer the half a brain? She is answering. She is asking smart questions. They are giving stupid answers. So who is the one half a brain? And this is what Muhammad said in the hadith. This is Sahih hadith. Muhammad, he claimed that the majority of women, they will go to hell. Okay, why Muhammad? Muhammad, he gave the excuse. He says they are ungrateful. And on top of that, they have half a brain and half religion, half wisdom, half faith. Why? Because they have menstruation, and that kept them away from the prayer. Can you believe it that somebody claimed that he is smart? Now, so the woman now she will go to hell because she has menstruation. Is that her fault?
Yeah, I know, I know. Another thing is that I asked my dad about like why no, this one I'm so interested in because I'm not interested in Arab men at all because I know how they are, especially Muslim Arab men. And I asked my dad, so if a Muslim woman want to marry like a Christian or Jewish person, is it okay? And he was, I still remember in 2018 he was like, no, it's not, it's only like allowed for men. And then I was like, then why? And I kept like insisting on my question. And then he was like, anyway, do whatever you want. And just like 2 weeks ago, I re-asked him again, and he was like, yeah, it's okay. Like as long as men can marry Christian or Jewish women, then women can also marry a Christian and a Jewish man. But like, I don't think
No, that's not
that's
true.
the case, right?
Yeah, your prophet, sorry, your father, he do not know really what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Muslim man only is allowed to marry a woman who they are Christian or Jews, and the purpose of that is to spread Islam and to increase the number. So they will
I mean,
take the
it's
women,
all.
yeah, they will take the women of the Christians, so they will have less women, and they will be able to have less children. But Muslim women, they cannot marry Christians. So obviously, your father, he do not know anything about Islam. You know, he's a Muslim by name, obviously. But you know,
No,
yeah,
he claims he knows because he's a Hajj,
he
and
went to
he has
Mecca,
like we have
the
those
hat,
yeah, he's a Hajj,
yeah,
and he have like those religious books, like a lot of them, like I don't know, some of them are even not allowed in Morocco, but he have them. So he claims that he knows, but when I asked him, he didn't give me any answer. So that gives me like a final answer, which is I'm so confused. I don't know now who to ask. I was suggested to go and find like a foreigner imam, but I know the answer. I know what they will say, so I'm just not convinced of this religion anymore.
let me call Zakir Nag for you. Zakir,
I
you would like to talk to her? Christian Prince, first of all, I'm very busy right now, and I'm eating cheese kebab. Zakir Nag, she's going to leave Islam if you don't help her. Please come on and talk to her. First of all, Christian Prince, Muslim women, they are stupid. I never go to them. Never speak to Muslim women. They are half a brain. The Prophet of Allah is saying that they will go to hell. Zakir Naik, if you're a Muslim woman, they will go to hell. That means your mother, she's going to go to hell too. Christian Prince, my mother is already in hell because they gave birth to me. This is what they will say to you. Stupid answers. So let me ask
you remind me of something. You remind me of something about my mom. My mom, when I start asking those questions, and because I stopped I stopped praying now. I was a good prayer. I'm also, I like fasting, not only for the religion part, but also for, I don't know, I just like it. And my mom kind of like felt that I stopped praying, and she was like, well, you know, if you don't pray out, like, and you did something bad about the religion, then we will all go to hell, not only you. We will all get punished. And I was like, if it's my thing. Like, I'm a bad religious. Why you will go to hell?
Yeah, Islam
like,
is based on
like,
fear. You know, she's trying to make you feel
oh
guilty.
my God.
Yeah, she's trying to make you feel guilty. With my respect to your mother, with my respect to your mother, she's trying to play the devil now. She's trying to be smart, supposedly, and she want to make you feel guilty that if you don't pray, you know what? Because of you, I will go to hell too, which is even Islam doesn't teach. That's not true. But the question is, when you pray and you are repeating the same thing 5 times a day, how that can be a prayer? How boring it is. Listen, if I call a person now, I say, Bismillah al-Rahman al-Rahim, alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin, Amin. Okay. And then I call you back after 2 hours. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Before even you answer the phone, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Rahman ar-Rahim. Malik al-Din. Malik yawm al-Din. I mean, okay. Now I call you 3 hours after. I mean, aren't you going to hang up on me? And you will hate to talk to me, and you will never listen to me. How boring it is to repeat the same prayer, which is not even a prayer, because this is what Allah said, not what you said.
About prayer, because Muslims, they say like, oh, you have to pray so God will, listen to you and like reply you, basically. Like if you asked him about something, he will give you, right? But I was always like questioning, then why Christians, why Jewish, why even atheists, like they don't pray like we pray, but still God like listen to them, when they ask God, or when they're like, oh my God, I'm in trouble, or like I need this to be solved, then God help them. So there is something that it's not right, right?
You see, first of all, when you pray, as an example, you pray like a noontime, right? Let us say the noontime prayer. Do you know that Allah, He come only in the third part of the night to listen to the Muslim prayer?
This one I don't know, but my mom told me that the angels in Salat al-Asr, they switch. Like, I know, I used to believe, I swear I'm not lying. This was like, anyway, she used to tell me that, okay, there is morning angels and there is night angels.
Right.
So morning angel, like the ones that they send in our sites,
right.
like those ones, they work from morning to Asr. And then when you pray Asr, they will go to the sky and tell God the hasanat and sayyat you did. And then the other ones will come and like replace them.
Yeah.
And then we'll work until night. And it's
in front of me, I don't know if you can see the screen. There's a hadith here. It says, the Messenger of Allah, he said, our Lord, the blessed, the superior, comes every night down in the nearest heaven to us.
Yeah.
When the last third of the night remains, saying, if there is anyone to invoke me, so that I may respond to his invitation. So Allah come only at the third part of the night, and which means all the Muslim prayer is happening in the wrong timing. And what your mom, she said to me, about the angels, they will switch. But this is the hadith. Allah, He come in the third part of the night. He is not waiting for the angels to come down to bring. At the same time, the angels take them 1,000 years to go. The Quran says so. 1,000 years. So if you pray now, the angel, in order to take your prayer to Allah, is going to take him 1,000 years to go to report the prayer. So what your mother, she's talking about, obviously she don't know what she's saying. But here, the question is, why Allah the need to come down to the lowest heaven to hear the Muslims? Maybe he have a bad reception. Can't he hear it from his chair?
Exactly.
And when Muhammad says the third part of the night, well, we don't have one night time zone, right? We have many. I mean, when it's daytime in here, it is night in different place.
Yeah.
So that's mean Allah like a yo-yo, keep coming up and coming down, because He have to come in every place in the third part of the night. But because Muhammad, he think the earth is a flat, and all of us, we have one time, so Allah will come down in the third part of the night. And can the Muslim, they say this is a weak hadith? No, this is a Bukhari. And the same hadith exists in Sahih Muslim. Islam is a stupid religion, very stupid. I mean, this is the religion of stupidity. What you can say?
They ask you to pray at night. Like I've been asked from my mom. My dad never. They don't. My dad doesn't care about my religious side. He's just like he's doing his thing, But my mom is more like, yeah, you have to pray. You have to do it. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, I've been asked from my mom to pray at night so many times. Like, yo, wake. Like especially in Ramadan, she'd be like, wake up at 3 like to pray. Oh my God, I'm like so sleepy. Like why there is morning and there is night? So we could wake up in the morning, do our thing, maybe even praying.
If you stay late, Allah, this is the only time Allah, He come down to the earth. Allah is a bad man. He work only at night time. Yeah. Well, if there is any question, you need me to answer you, to help you, I will be happy to answer you.
For now, I'm still like, because I would say I left Islam, but I still have that problem because I told you I was a good Muslim. Before I eat, I say like Bismillah. Before I do anything, I say Bismillah. Before I even enter my room or my house, I say that. I also like
Do you enter
got
the
to.
Do you enter the bathroom with your left foot or right foot?
I never paid attention to that. My mom actually look look there actually is true. Like my mom told me about it. Like she said that you have to use your left foot, but to be honest, I never paid
But
attention.
did she tell you why?
Yeah, she said that shaitan, the shaitan stories anyway. Anyway, I'm really like now finding a
I know
problem.
you are shy to say why because it's dirty, but this is the most stupid thing. Like you enter the bathroom and if you don't say certain words, shaitan he will play with the anus of the person. This is the most stupid religion ever. So, but you are a smart person. I mean, uh, how you can accept for a second to be part of such a cult? I mean, isn't it obvious? It's stupid.
Oh, you see, the thing I've been asking, I wasn't actually interested in even knowing more. Like before, before I went abroad, I never was like I never thought of asking more. I'm just like, okay, I will do what they say, and it's okay. But if I have like some big question, I would just go ask my dad or like go to search in Google. But I mean, like the answers are never convincing. And when I came to China, I had like foreigner friends, of course, and they are like Christians or whatever. And we start having those, they are asking me about my religion, and I never had, of course, the answers because I don't know much. So I asked my dad, and then my dad, when he answered me, I tried to think about it, and I'm like, okay. And then I tell my friends, but then they're still not convinced. And I'm like, wait. This doesn't make any sense. How come? And then I start thinking more and more. And somebody introduced you to me. So I start watching your videos, and it suddenly all made sense. And that's why I'm like, okay, so I have to leave. But yeah, this still I'm now still having a problem with what I told you, like the Bismillah thing, and I think I don't know what to say. Like in the name of Lord, I don't know. I'm like so lost.
It's okay. I mean, I understand. Like there's the things we used to in the language, but it's okay. This is not the issue. You see, we don't focus on the, let us say, in things is meaningless. We focus in the core. So in your heart, do you really think Islam is from God?
No, 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 no,
That's
no,
it.
no,
Yeah.
no. It's
That's
impossible.
yeah.
It's a man. It's a man who wrote this, and it's obvious because there is nothing that helps women in Islam. I've been asking this all the time.
No, there's good things in Islam about women. As an example, your husband can beat you. Don't you like that?
Yeah, I told my dad. I was like, why men can beat women? My dad, he never touched my mom, but anyway, he was like, well, you have to beat this ones who doesn't listen. And I was like, but why would you even beat her? Like, divorce her. Isn't it easier? Like, if she's like really really bad and she doesn't listen at all, then just
And what about
divorce her.
what if the man is bad? Why the woman she can't beat him? If this is the scenario.
Well, my dad, for him, he was like, divorce him, or like you beat him too, like have a fight there.
but but it's not an issue of Islam.
I know.
So, but you see, the logic is very awkward. If the woman she is not obedience or even if you feel rebellions, you can beat her. But what if the man is an idiot? Can the wife she beat him? No. So Islam is a man-made religion. I remember actually once a lady like you, she called me and she left Islam life on a year, and she told me the reason I'm leaving Islam because Islam is man-made religion made by the man for the man. It's not for us as women. Do you agree?
Yeah, like just look in all. I also start thinking like, why all, not without any exception, why all Islamic countries are the worst? Like, especially when it comes to women rights and like what happens to women, and not only like poverty, let's not talk about poverty, but like also the women, like the women there are suffering,
Yeah.
like suffering.
Actually, Aisha, she
What?
said, I never saw a suffering woman as much as a believing woman.
Yeah, so she's right.
Yeah.
I want to ask her too why she's Muslim.
Well, I'm glad because now you already said uh, that you don't believe Islam is from God. That's mean you are an ex-Muslim already. That's wonderful.
Yeah. I look. If I don't say that, you wouldn't answer me.
So, for how long you are watching my videos?
And now it's like I think around a month or more than a month now.
So is that because of my channel you are convinced Islam is false?
No, like I've seen also how Muslim interact with you,
Okay.
and
Yeah, that's me
yeah,
because of
know.
my channel. Okay.
I'm like, yeah, it's okay. That's obvious. Like they would answer you like this, and this is how the answers will be. So, yeah, it's because of your channel. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you are out of Islam and you are listening, and I will be happy to help you in any question you have. Feel free to call me anytime if you have a question. And for me as a Christian, I would love to invite you to accept my Lord and my Savior, the Messiah. You see, we as a Christians, we love the Muslims, we don't hate them. And this is the difference between Islam and Christianity. In Christianity, we've been ordered to love even our enemy. Jesus said, love your enemy, plus those who curse you. So I say to you, my sister, if you allow me to call you sister,
Yeah, sure.
I invite you to accept Jesus as your Savior because you will see not only a difference, it's the same as difference between light and darkness, between Christ and his teaching and his ethic and his love and so-called Islam or Muhammad. In Christianity, you are a child of God, you are not a slave of Allah. In Christianity, you are a queen, you are not a servant. In Christianity, even Jesus himself, our Lord, he is born from a woman. So in Christianity, we don't put women down and we don't say they will go to hell. In Christianity, Jesus said, he described the church as a lady and he is as the husband. So this is how much the church for us is a holy name, is not just a name. So in Christianity, the woman, she is a church. She is the church of the man. She is not a woman to use and abuse. When a man and a woman, they get married, the Bible teach that they will become one. A man, he cannot marry four. Why? Because this is nothing but a lust. A true man, he will have only one woman. Because what four women can do and one woman cannot, that is just a lust. So in Christianity, you will be the queen of your house. You will be the only lady for your husband. He is not allowed to lie to you, and you are not allowed to lie to him. And you will live as one entity, not two person. Yet you are two people, but you will be one. And that's what Christ will do to your family. And even your children, they will be different in ethic, in lifestyle, in belief, in practice, for they are new creatures, new creation. You know, I don't know if you heard Christian, they say, we are born again. Did you hear that before?
Yeah.
What do you think about this word born again? What do you think?
I don't know. I was never. I was never like.
Do you know what they meant by born again?
Like when they are Christians, or when they become Christians, or like
yeah, when you become a Christian, you are born again. That means that with the Messiah and by the gift of the Holy Spirit, you will be a new person. You are born again. For sure, we are not going to be born the same as a child from his mother, but we are born with God by the Spirit of God. So we will be new people. Will renew our life. Jesus, he bring you to humanity back. You know, evil made us evil. make us ugly, make us disgusting, greedy, selfish. In Christ, you will become a new person. That's why you will be born again. So if you like to know more about Jesus and you are interested, I will be so happy to help you.
I actually got I have like a Bible here.
All right.
I actually I'm looking for Arabic Bible, but and it's okay. I have like an English Bible. I'm trying to like understand what's going on there. Um, to be honest, Christianity is convincing, but I'm still trying to like take my time in understanding. I mean, there is no other religion I can join to. Um, but it's like after because Islam is a lie, and as long as Islam took a lot from Christianity, so it means that Christianity maybe is something.
The original thing.
Yeah, yeah, the origin. So it's just that I want to understand one thing is that how Jesus is God, because this thing I heard you talked about it so many times, but still it doesn't like I'm trying to understand
Yeah,
it more.
let us say what is God? When we say God, what God mean? What do you think? What when we say God?
God is like something that well, it doesn't have a shape, and of course it doesn't have a size, so maybe it's bigger than even anything that you can even like imagine. Maybe he's yeah, like I don't know.
You see, until now you are still thinking the same as Muslims they think. You know,
Look, I'm
talking,
still,
no,
I'm
hold on,
still
it's
stuck
okay.
in a box.
No, it's okay, it's okay. I'm not judging you. I'm not, I'm just trying to help you. So when we say God, Christianity, we have different description for God. As an example, if we go and we read in the Bible, it says, God is love. God is love. You see, what you focus in is a shape, is a look, is etc. This is not really what God is. Christianity have different definition for God. If you go to First John, the book of First John, we will see it says God is love, and all who live in love live in God, and God live in them. This is extremely beautiful. So our God is a loving God, and He Himself is love. In all other cults, they focus in a look, legs, hands, how big He is. In Christianity, we focus that God is love, because love is the most extreme power. Make us different from other creatures or other creation. Animals are animals. They have emotion, yes, they have but love is something different, different story. Human being, he have a gift. He receive it from God. Where he receive it? Only from God. Only God can give love. So when you are a person who live in love, you are living in God, the Bible said. For God is love. So in Christianity, love make you a high, noble person. You are out of this world. You are flying. You are not normal like those people who hate and when I hatred inside them, they want to kill each other, they want to go for war. You are living in love and you are enjoying love. And this is what Christianity will do to you. God is almighty, yes. He is all powerful, yes. I explained to you that God, He don't mistreat women or men. When they ask Jesus, who is going to marry this woman, when she go to heaven? Who is going to be her husband? Who is going to have her? He said, he and she, they will be the same as angels. They will not get married. So you and me, we will always be equal in the front of the eyes of God. Doesn't matter if you are a male or a female. Still, me and you, we are children of God. So in Christianity, you go back to your place. Your place is what? To be the child of God. So this is why I'm asking you if you like to know about Jesus, because I would like really to see you become a child of God, to be someone special, and to be living as a special person, not only being a special, because in Christ we are really new people. That's why we spoke about born again. Uh, When Jesus said, "Love your enemy," if we practice just one sentence of Jesus' teaching, all mankind history will change. Imagine, because nobody hate anybody. Everybody love everybody. Nobody have enemies. No criminals, no thieves, no liars, no cheating, no war. Why? Because everybody love everybody. You know?
Yeah, but like Sylvie, you still didn't answer me. Like, how come Jesus can be God?
Why not? Because Jesus
No,
can be God. I will tell you why. Well, how we know who is God or not? I can say I'm God too, and you can say I'm God. But Jesus is the person who was able to resurrect people from death. Even the stupid Quran confirmed that Jesus can make from the mud a bird. Correct? So you need to ask yourself, what is the root of those stories? Are they just stories or they are real? So Jesus is the creator. Jesus is a healer. Jesus, he can heal you spiritually, mentally, physically. Jesus, he can do what nobody can do. Jesus controlled the nature. Jesus controlled the earth. Jesus, he forgave your sin. Jesus, he gave us a better life. So being God or saying I'm God, it's an easy talk. I mean, let us say talk is cheap, right? Anyone can say that. But Jesus is the only one. He proved to be God because he went to death and he came back from death. And people, they saw his disciples, they witnessed him. And even thousands of people, they saw him after he was crucified. So Jesus, he proved, not by saying I am God, but by doing what God do. So when we say how Jesus can be God, I ask myself this question. What is the reason for me to believe that Jesus is God? Just because he said beautiful words? Is that because he say beautiful statement? No, because Jesus, he can do what nobody can do. Things only belong to God. They belong to Jesus. This is why Jesus said, from their fruits you shall know them. And this is how we know who is Jesus, that he is God. Because his fruits, resurrection, healing, making the blind see. You touch just his clothes, you are healed. He resurrected people from death. He created eyes, he gave life. He said, I am the life, I am the resurrection, and he did that. So, not because he said, but because he did too. Even in the cross, Jesus, he said, because he loved everybody, he says, forgive them, Father. They do not know what they are doing. So when we speak about Jesus as God, it's not just a statement. It is witnesses, people who live with him, and they die for him. Why the disciple of Jesus? They are willing to be killed. Even they fed them to the animals. Imagine they come to you and they say, hey, the Roman, they arrest you. They say, if you deny Jesus, we will let you go. If you don't, we will throw you to the lion, and people will be watching, and he will eat you alive. Why a person like this will be willing to die for a lie? Because they are witnessing what happened. They saw what happened. They are true believers. This is why the question always will be, you see, those are not going to fight so they can get the booty like Muhammad. And Muhammad, he promised them, if you die, you will get 72 virgins. No, they are not fighting with swords. They are taking them literally, and they are thrown to the animals. And all what they need to do to be saved from being killed and eaten by animals is just to deny Jesus. But they refuse. Such a faith have to have a reason, because they saw and they witness that he is true.
I have one question. It's a little bit stupid because it comes from Islam.
No,
it's
it's
not
okay, no
Christian.
problem. No problem.
Yeah, it's like in as I told you, the story is different. And in Islam, they said that Jesus, first the name is different, and that's a one problem. And the second thing is that they said that he talked when his mom brought him, like when she gave birth to him. Yeah. This is not true, or is it true?
You see, like here you need to ask yourself another question. If this is a story, is it true? Why the Christian they will hide it? I mean, this will confirm even that Jesus is God for them more. You know what I mean? Because he did not wait like other people, like they grow, they learn how to speak, they learn language. This person, he is born, he speaks languages. Not only that, He speak wisdom. Muhammad, he waited 40 years. 40 years. And then the angel came and he spoke to him and he squeezed him. Still Muhammad
It's
don't
so
understand.
weird.
Yeah. So how come
So
Jesus?
weird.
How come Jesus in the cradle, yet he is talking in the cradle? So this is story. We believe it's coming from fabricated stories, and there's no reason for the Christians to hide it because that will make even our we have more proof that Jesus is more powerful, right? I mean, why you want to take it off? You know what I mean? Like this will make it even more, will make Jesus more amazing. But we reject, and this is additional proof that the Christians, they have the true book. Otherwise, why we will take such a story away when this story can help us to convince people more to believe in Jesus? But the reason we did not accept it because it's false. How Muhammad he knew this? Where Muhammad he got those stories from? Muhammad he never saw Jesus. He never been in the time of Jesus. He don't learn Hebrew. He don't speak Hebrew. He don't speak Greek. So where he got this from? He heard it from people. He heard it from people.
Well, you see, because he said that God talked to him, so that's why
yeah,
people will disbelieve it.
The same as he said about Alexander the Great. He found the sun set in the murky water, right? When they asked him, tell us about Zulqarnain, he said, I will tell you about him. He is a person, Allah told Muhammad supposedly, that he is a person, he took away, and then Allah gave him the way, like which means he gave him the power, ability, etc. And then he keep walking, until he found where the sun set, and he found it sitting in murky water. But the story of Alexander the Great, this story, is written by somebody from Syria. It's a fiction story about Zulqarnain. Zulqarnain is a real person.
I told my dad.
Is Alexander the Great.
My dad.
Yeah.
I told my dad about this. I was like, okay, so this, I told him, you know the story of Dhul-Qarnayn in Quran, and he was like, yeah, what's wrong with it? And I was like, okay, so this story is actually not real, and it's just like a fiction story from Jewish people. Like they
no.
tell it to.
This is not from the Jewish
people.
I don't know. No, the Jewish people, they got him busted. They came to Muhammad, and they told him, tell us the story of a prophet Zulqarnain. So Muhammad now is as a fool. He took the bite, like sometimes Muslims they call me and I say to them, tell me verses from the Bible of Trump, and they start like they claim to be Christians or something. So they start saying, yeah, I know the book, which is obviously they are false. So this is what the Jews they did to Muhammad. They told him, tell us the story of a prophet Zulqarnain. Muhammad, he did not answer right away. He waited for a few weeks until he got more information. And then he came back, and now he went to tell them the story. Allah told me. But the Jews, they are laughing because there is no such a prophet. And Zulqarnain is not a prophet. So he took the story, which is very well known, a fiction story between the people, that he is a person who went all the way. He found where the sun set. He found where the sun rise. He built a dam between us and the creatures. They are called Gog and Magog. And then Muhammad supposedly he gave them the answer. But then by hearing the answer, the Jews they die laughing. For this is absolutely hilarious, there's a guy. His name is Yasser Qadi. I don't know if you know him. He made a video about Gog and Magog, and if you watch it, you will die laughing. The Muslims they are trying to find excuse why we cannot find until now the dam which is built by Zulqarnain for Gog and Magog. Where are they? Especially the number of Gog and Magog is 1 to 1,000, which means right now we are 8 billion human in this earth. According to Muhammad, one human equal to there's 1,000 Gog and Magog. So if we are 8 billion, they are 8 trillions. So where we can find them? Where is the dam? We have a map, we have satellites for every spot in this earth, right? So where is this dam? We cannot find it. It's a fiction, stupid story. So the Jews always, this is why Muhammad hated the Jews. They got him busted, they give him a trap, he say the stupid answer, and they start laughing at him. The same
but
as...
you see, when
yeah, go ahead.
I understand the whole story because I watched your video when you talked about it. But when I told my dad, he was like, well, I was like, but this is a fiction story. And he was like, anyway, fiction or not, God is trying to teach us something from it. Which is... What we learn
from the story? Nothing. I mean, stupid story. The sun set in murky water. What the heck is that? A spring of,
I don't know.
not only even an ocean, like the Muslim, they try to answer, they say, no, no, no. This is from the perspective of Zulqarnain. The verse in the front of us, where it says perspective, he says he found it set in a spring of murky water, boiling water. And not only that, he found near it people. So we are talking about a location. He found near it. What perspective? So they try to cover up, but nobody can cover up. They are out of duct tape. And this is why you, because you are a smart person, you can't take it no more and you decide to go out of this religion.
Yeah, now the thing is that I'm really like I don't know how to face my parents, to be honest.
Do you like to invite them to talk to me? Do you like to invite them to talk to me?
Look, I really want you to talk to my dad, but
Yeah.
he can't speak English.
I will talk to him in Arabic.
Okay, then that's perfect. I want to see his answers when you will ask him, because I'm not really I wasn't
You,
and
you
I'm
speak
still
Arabic
not.
very well, right? You speak Arabic very well.
Well, he speaks better Arabic than me.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but
So,
if I talk to him in Arabic, he will understand what we are saying.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so you understand, but you don't speak very good.
Like my Arabic, like the Arabic is not good, but my dialect is good.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
So, if you want, you can invite your dad and your mom even too. I will be happy to talk to them. I will speak to them too. Very nice, I promise you. Just tell me,
okay.
just tell me in Skype that my dad, agreed to talk to you, and I will be very respectful for them, and I will do my best to help them to understand, and we will speak in Arabic, and we can translate to people later what we are saying. No problem.
Sure, thank you so much.
You are
I
welcome.
appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
If you have Muslim friends, if you have anyone, relatives, sisters, do you have sisters, brothers?
I have one sister, I have one brother, and
Bring them.
because I left now. Yes, I left now. I'm trying to find a way to try to share your video with them or something. Because I know if I shared your video, they will start telling my parents, "Oh, this girl, she wants to do something, blah blah blah." But anyway, I will. But the only thing is that you have to talk to my dad. That's the only, I think, the solution.
I have no problem to talk to him. Trust me, and I will be so patient with him. I will speak nice to him, uh, and I will be happy to help him in any way. I'm sure he will get a lot of benefits from talking to me, regardless of the result. But I think he will leave Islam if he take what the conversation seriously. You know, if he is sincere to know the truth, then he will leave Islam.
I hope he could like use more logic because Arab.
No problem. You see, sometimes I don't use my logic. By the way, when I speak to people, like if your dad call me, I will not use my logic. I will listen to him first, and I will use his logic to prove him wrong. I don't use my logic. You see, this is the mistake of many people. They do. They use their own logic, but that will not work. So I used the people logic. When people they throw something on me, I just throw it back. So just leave that for me, and you will see.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna waste any of your time. You need.
No, you are not. You are welcome. Actually, I believe everybody here is happy to have you. Hey, people here, say hello to our sister. She is not a Christian yet, but we pray that she will be soon Christian. And even if she is not, God, our Lord, He ordered us to love everybody. So show your love to our sister here. Welcome her and tell her she is welcome. You are happy to hear her voice. Just share with her how you feel really about this wonderful conversation. We are happy for you, even though I do not know your name.
Thank you so much.
We are so happy for you. And when I heard you first time, like you were jumping. I was like, what happened? Like like I don't know what happened. I thought somebody.
No, because I've been trying to call you for a long time, and I think you called me.
This is the first time I
twice.
get a call from you. I did not get a call before.
No. I tried to call you many times, and I think you called me twice. But I was.
Oh, you mean you mean today? Today.
Not today. Today, yes, I tried like 2 times before this one. But like, it's been now a week. I'm trying to call you.
All right.
Yeah. You called me twice, but I told you
Yeah,
I
I
was
see
in
you
class
call
and I
me.
did like.
You call me yesterday, and
And before yesterday.
you call me Wednesday. I don't know. Yeah, yeah, I really see it now. Yeah, but you see, I don't know. There's many people they lie. I mean, there's a guy. He's
Yeah, yeah,
mentally
yeah.
ill. He called me. He said the F word. I hang up on him. So this is why sometimes I ignore some text. Yeah, but I'm glad I called you today.
Ah, thank you so much. I feel so much relief now after I talked to you. It's just that it's you like how am I supposed to do with the thing that I told you? It's like say the Bismillah thing and before eating and stuff. Because really,
You speak English. Say in the name of the Lord. Say
okay,
if you
okay.
if you want to be even do it better, say Jesus in the name of Jesus.
I don't mind to be honest.
Yeah, okay.
I just
Well, for
yeah.
me, before I pray in my heart usually. I don't pray, I don't make loud. If I'm a restaurant, I don't make people even notice, you know. Uh, but I say, thank you, Lord, for the food you give us. Very simple two words. You do not need to make a story and etc. So you can use the word Lord and try from your heart to speak to the Lord, the true Lord, and He will answer you. I'm sure He will. You know, just
This is one. Thank you. And the second one is that for fasting, I told you before, even if the not for the religious part, but I kind of like fasting. So I'm just asking like is Christianism has like fasting or
yeah,
something?
we have. You see, in fact, actually, some churches depend in in churches, but major churches they fast more than 90 days a year, not not 30 days. But our fasting is different. You see, the Muslim when they fast, they don't fast really. You eat more because
I know, I know.
yeah,
Yeah.
because what you do, you switch the day to night, and at night now your mom she will make all the shish kebab and the
We start
hummus.
cooking from
Yeah, so
two.
in Ramadan you get fat, right?
Yeah, like we start cooking around like 2 until 7:30. Like and
Yeah,
we're just cooking.
so you are eating more, and you are eating more expensive food too because they spend more money on that month, right? And the price of food go crazy if you live in the Middle East because simply Islam fasting is a fake fasting, is the opposite. That's why the price of food go crazy because people are buying more. If they are really
Yeah.
truly fasting, then the price of food should go down because nobody buying too much food. But because they are eating way more, prices go so crazy, and even people borrow money to cover the month of Ramadan. But in
Not
Christianity,
only this,
you can fast any day you want, But fasting, the most important fasting is fasting from evil, is fasting from being filthy, is fasting from hate, is fasting from hurting. This is the most fasting. The rest, the body fasting, this is just a practice of being disciplined, how to control yourself, how to be patient, and it help you even if you wanna like to show yourself that I can practice some, let us say, training to my body so I can make my body under my control, and that help you can fight against sin. But the most important fasting is not food. The most important fasting is fasting from evil. Because what the benefit of somebody? He fast, he even pray, but then after he finish both those things, he is the most harmful evil person. Or he start cursing people. So
in my country, like in Ramadan, people start fighting like
oh
even
yeah,
more because some of
crimes.
them like they have to smoke and stuff, and because they're fasting, they don't smoke, and then they just start like getting mad over
Yeah,
nothing.
they use it as an excuse even for violence. Like, don't
Yeah,
talk to me, I'm
yeah,
fasting, man. Come on. And they start even this, even crimes. If you search in Google, you will find that the crimes increase 3-4 times more in the month of Ramadan in Morocco, in Tunisia, in Algeria, in all
yeah,
Islamic countries. Why? Because the hypocrisy. There's a lot of
yeah,
hypocrisy. Because if you are fasting, fasting from what exactly? You're fasting from food. Well, you know what? I eat once a day. I fast every day. That's me. Based on the Muslim logic, I'm fasting all my life. So this is not really what makes you a good person. But
mm,
fasting is not what makes you a good person. is being good to others, not fasting. Jesus said, it's not what go inside your mouth, but it is what go from your mouth, what go out from your mouth. So I can eat the most clean food, I can fast, but then my mouth is filthy, my mouth is dirty, my mouth harming everybody, and even maybe I harm people physically. So what the benefit of this fasting? So the most important fast is the fast of the heart, of being clean and clear in our heart. That is the true fasting. Otherwise, all fasting is useless.
Yeah, you said like people borrow money for in Ramadan. They borrow money even like in Eid al-Adha to buy the udhiyah. Like,
Yeah,
come
because
on,
because it's too
seriously?
much expensive. The life is so
Oh
much
my God.
expensive, and then this religion became like a problem because and not only that, like you are coming from the east like me, so now we have the tradition. We have to invite the cousins and his wife and his children,
Yeah.
and then we invite us. And when we cannot serve normal food, we have to serve extra expensive food, and that make these occasions are so expensive. But
In Morocco,
yeah,
so many people, like so many men, especially men who have like families, they suicided because of Eid al-Adha because they can't provide the money to buy udhiyah. Like I was like so sad when I heard this kind of stories. Really, like they suicide just because they can't buy udhiyah for 1 year.
yeah, you see,
And now it's not because of the religion, it's because of the society. Oh, I have to bring this big sheep because our neighbors got a bigger one. So like if I brought a small sheep, they will say
yeah.
that's you and you and you. Like I'm really like
In
wow.
Christianity, Jesus, he said, when you fast, you don't even tell people. You don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
You know.
Here they like to brag about it. Oh,
Yeah.
you're fast. I'm fasting too.
Yeah. And Jesus, he warned us not to be like the hypocrite who, when they fast, they tell everybody, and when they pray in the corner. So we as a Christian, if we pray, we are not going to tell everybody, I'm going to go to pray. He says, when you want to pray, go to your closet, which means your private room. If you fast, wash your face. Don't show that you are, because what you are doing is between you and your Lord. Have nothing to do with the people. Islam is a show-off religion. Everything is a show-off. That's why, as you say,
because it comes from
yeah, because
because it comes from there. I don't mean no offense, but like Saudi Arab people who brought this religion, like it comes from there, and they are like this. So of course, what do you expect?
Muhammad is a
How do
shallow.
you
Muhammad
expect
is a
that?
very shallow person, and if you ask me, the reason Muhammad he keep giving too much things to the Muslim to do, like the prayer, the ablution, etc., it's just to keep you busy from thinking about him being false or not. He gave you too many things to do, so now you are busy with Islamic rituals, but not with God. You are just busy with ritual to the point, as we said, if you want to go in the bathroom, you have to make a prayer. If a man want to have sex, he have to make a certain prayer. Otherwise, Shaitan will share his wife with him. Crazy
Yeah,
stuff. So all this stuff is just to make you live in fear. As your mother, she said to you, if you don't pray, all of us will go to hell. So your mother, she is trying to make you feel guilty and live in fear in order to keep you a Muslim. This is Islam. This is what your mother, she did. Fear, guilt, and then give donation, build a mosque, then you go to heaven. But all
hey,
of us,
talking about building mosques, really, I don't understand why Muslims are trying so hard to build mosques abroad, but they don't allow other religions to build their buildings in their country.
because Islam is a hypocrite, evil religion. This is why, and
You know,
and because they are afraid. They are afraid that their religion cannot handle it, and people will leave Islam if they see the truth, if they see the true teaching of Christianity. Like in Morocco, they made a law,
yeah.
as I remember, if somebody left Islam, he will go to jail.
It's not only that. It's not only that. Like we had some churches there, and I think they are closed now. I've never seen them open. And another thing is that when if you want to get married, you have like if, for me, because I used to be Muslim and I came from a Muslim family. If my husband wants to marry me, he needs to bring like a paper of a proof that like if he's a foreigner, yama, he's a Christian. Well,
You have to bring a paper that he converted.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Otherwise,
yeah,
they would not approve your marriage.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
what? What is this?
yeah. But you know, at the same time, I met thousands and thousands of Moroccans. They left Islam. You know. By the way,
Yes.
there is websites. I don't know if you know them. Maybe I can search for them and share them with you. They have a lot of Christian songs in Moroccan language. Do you know that?
I don't actually.
Do you know?
Try.
Do you know Akhrashid?
No, no, I don't. I don't really talk to Moroccans because I'm scared of this thing because they judge a lot, especially the Muslim ones. So I don't try to make any friends with Moroccans or anything or Arab.
Yeah.
Like I
But
don't
those,
have any.
there is a program. It's called Brother Rashid program. He is an ex-Muslim. He's a Moroccan. Wonderful person. You know. You can watch his. You can search his videos. But maybe if your Arabic is not so good, but I will give you a link actually. I just searched. There's tons of songs. This website is just Christians convert. They are ex-Muslims, and they became from Morocco, and they become Christians, and they have tons of Christian songs. I just gave the link. You can open it later, and I'm sure you will like those songs. Just listen to that. Maybe they will help you in a spiritual way.
Okay, thank you. And before sleeping, do usually Christians like read something? Because I used to read Quran before I sleep.
Well,
and now because
always. You see, this is something personal.
yeah.
You read when, but you do not need to read. You can speak to the Lord directly. However, it's we encourage always the Christian to read every day something from the Bible. Something will help them, because Christianity is a personal relationship with the Lord, not things you must do. Which means you might feel today you want to read a verse from here or there, something fit with your problems. The Bible help you. So in Christianity we have relationship. Our belief is based in relationship, personal relationship with the Lord, not in rituals. Reading is you trying to learn more and to be inspired by God teaching. That will be wonderful. But anytime you want, before you sleep, you can speak to the Messiah, you can pray to him, you can make your wish, he will make you feel better, and you can give your heart to him. However, always you can read whatever you want. But because you are now new, you're trying to learn, well, you have to start from the beginning. Like I advise you to read, from John, read from chapter 1. The Bible is very deep, not the same as the Quran, silly book. It's very deep book, it's very spiritual. And try to be spiritual when you read, not just read words. And if you have any questions, anytime you can call me.
Yeah, because really, I've been struggling with this since I decided to leave Islam. Because I told you, I used to be like a good Muslim, and before I sleep, I don't know if you know, but like Muslims like have some surah they will read before sleeping, like Ayat Kursi and
we don't go by those things, because those things are fake, because if you see the Muslim, they read because they fear those Kursi and stuff, because they are fear from bewitching and genie and stuff.
I never read them for fear. I just read them because my mom told me to. This is first. And second is that I got used to it to the point that if I don't read it, I don't sleep well.
But if you read them, they are stupid. I mean, what is special about them? Give me one. Give me a chapter you like, just to go there.
No. I'm not trying really. I'm just telling you my story. I'm not trying to.
I'm saying maybe because you are used to it, you grow up this way, so it became like a.
Okay, Ayat Kursi.
All right. Let us go to Ayat Kursi. And now don't blame me when we start laughing.
No. It's okay. It's just I got not used to it, you know, like a, let's say like a lullaby for me now.
Yeah,
So I'm trying to kind of find another way to replace it and read something that it's actually will help me. You know?
yeah. Okay. So, if we go to Ayat al-Kursi, even the names of the Quran, I mean, verses, they are really very funny. Uh, let us see. Sunnah wala nawm. This is chapter 2, verse number 2255. Allah, there is no God but He, the living, the self-subsisting, eternal, no slumber can seize him, nor sleep. He is, His are all things in heaven and in the earth. Who is there can intercede in His presence, except His permission. He knows what is what is between their hand and what is behind their hands. His chair is in the size of the earth and the heaven, you know, and extend over the heaven. But this is very stupid, by the way, if we describe it. And then, I mean, what we learn from this, you know? So it is He, Allah, but who is talking Allah? Why Allah saying it is He? Shouldn't He say I? And then He don't sleep. Okay, and you know, nothing take Him, not the sleep, and then everything belong to Him. Okay, wonderful. And then who can do intercede for Him? Nobody can intercede. But different verses of the Quran says you can intercede. Isn't Muslim to believe that Muhammad intercede? So this is have a contradiction. And then here he speak about that his chair is so big, the same size as the earth and the heaven. But this is stupid because the earth
If
and
he
the
has a
heaven.
chair, he's sitting. That's stupid.
Yeah, because the earth is inside the heaven, and the heaven is way bigger than the earth. So if his chair is in the size of the earth and the heaven, you know, because the verse says clearly, وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض, the size of his chair is the same as the earth and the heaven. So Muhammad, you think that the earth is maybe like a square, and then the sky in the top of it is exactly the same size, and Allah sitting in the top of that chair. That is very stupid, you know. And who is talking? Is Allah. So this verse means nothing, useless. What that can do with you? The same when the Muslim take is the black stone. You ask them why the black stone. You know, they say, well, because Allah He sent the black stone. They say, okay, so what? You know, so all those rituals are false. They are meaningless, and especially you are not even praying. This is what Muhammad said 1400 years ago, claiming that Allah said that to him. But there is no way Allah is talking, saying, Allah, there is no God but He. You know, why Allah saying that? You know, shouldn't He say, I am Allah, there is no God but I? Instead, He's saying, Allah, there is no God, and I cannot understand in Arabic how you say, you start with saying Allah. What is what is the meaning of this? Allah. Suddenly He says Allah, there is no God but He. Okay, who is talking?
Yeah, look, thinking about it, why in some verses he's saying Allah and some other verses he's talking with the I.
Yeah, you see?
I'm like so confused. Like,
yeah, because Muhammad, he forget to switch. You know, Muhammad now is making Quran. So he forget to say, I am Allah, you know. So he says, Allah said, he don't say the word Allah, but he's claiming Allah speaking. Allah, and what, okay, shouldn't you say something? Allah, there is no God but He. What is that? What is the sentence? What is the sentence? Allah, there's no, shouldn't you say Allah, He said there's no God but He. But here's saying, Allah, there is no God but He. That's somebody taking Shahada. So why Allah taking Shahada? To who? To Himself. You know, He's witnessing that there's no God but He. Actually, there's a verse in the Quran. It says, Shahid Allah wa an la ilaha illahu. Allah, He took Shahada, you know? Yeah. So
I don't think I heard this one before.
Yeah.
But
why Allah will take Shahada? Here we go, chapter 3, verse number 18. Read it. Shahid Allah, Shahid Allah, and la annahu la ilaha illa hu wal malaika wa ulul ilm. So Allah witness. The translation is false, saying there's no God but He. And then they says that is the witness of Allah. No, the Arabic says Allah He witness. There's no God but He. You who? But why Allah saying Shahada? He's saying Shahada to whom? You know? I mean, he's trying to prove himself to be God to whom? If I witness in the front of higher authority. Like, you take me to the judge, you say to me, okay, say the Shahada, what you saw, what you witnessed. But Allah, He bear witness to whom? This is the Quran. Does it make sense? So when a Muslim he repeat before he sleep, etc., he is not even reading anything, or like the,
Yeah, the thing is that you are not allowed to think. This one, a lot of people would not understand it because I told you now I live in China and China is a communist country. It's also applying the same rule. You are not allowed to think. You are only allowed to listen. So maybe you will listen and read this thing, but you are not allowed to understand the meaning. Because if you understand the meaning, then it will
leave.
make sense.
Yeah, the Quran, chapter 5, verse number 101, it says, ask not questions. And verse number 02, it says why? Because former generation, they asked the same questions and they lost their faith. So the Quran forbid you from asking questions about the faith. You can ask silly questions like, should I shave my underarm? As long as the question is silly, those questions are welcome. The second you ask a serious question, those questions are bad. Why? The Quran explains.
It's true.
Yeah, because if you ask those questions, the Quran explains, people will leave their religion. Can somebody question how Muhammad he went to heaven in a few hours and came back? You cannot. You have to accept. Can you ask why even we are kissing the black stone if we are not pagan? You cannot ask. You just do it. You say we believe. We surrender to Allah. We don't go by logic. We don't go by why, and we don't ask Allah how we do that and why we do that. Can somebody ask why Muhammad he have a privilege of sex? No, you cannot. He's a prophet. He's above all of us. So he have a privilege. Why we can have 4 wives, but he can have unlimited? Well, we cannot. He's a prophet. Come on. You cannot do that. And if you ask, he might kill you. So this is what Islam is about. Ask not, because if you ask, you will lose your faith. And this is what happened to you. You start asking questions, and Islam protect that those who ask questions, they will lose their religion. Because Islam cannot answer the questions. Otherwise, why people will lose religion? Why they will lose their faith if they ask questions?
My dad found that my questions are too much, and he was like, "Go watch that." I don't know. His name is Ahmed Dirar or something like this. Yeah. It was like he debates a lot of Christians, and he win them or whatever. But people prove to me that he's lying a lot, and I watched some videos of him like lying.
As an example, Ahmed Didat, once he was debating a Christian, and he made fun of him. He says, your Bible says that God, he created the sun on Wednesday. But this is what Muhammad said. So this is what the Muslims they do. They go to someone, he do not know Islam, so they can attack, and the other person, he will not be able to answer back. As you see, he made fun, the video is there. Your God, how the earth was without light, all this, but the Bible says, in the beginning, God, he created light. He said, let be light, even if there is no sun yet, but light exists, and he called light day. So that is a liar. Secondly, as you see, this is the hadith in front of us, and this is Sahih. Muhammad, he said, Allah created the earth, the dirt in Saturday, and the mountains in Sunday, and the trees in Monday, and the evil in Tuesday, and the light in Wednesday. But this is exactly what that was attacking the Christian with. But this is what his prophet teach. So that can look like he is smart, because simply the other opponent, the Christian is debating him, is ignorant. So they can look like they know. You do not know how to answer him. But if the dad is talking to me, I will make him shish kebab in 2 seconds.
Yeah. I have a question for you. Like, do you think that those debaters, like those Muslim imams or whatever, they know the truth? Do you think?
Well, you see, when the Muslim wants, they ask an imam and they insist to get the answer. His name is Yasser Qadi. They ask him if the Quran, if we give you a plain papers and we ask you to write the Quran again, is it going to be different? He said those questions should not be asked in public. Brother, don't ask those questions.
Oh, they know.
So yeah, so they knew, but in public they don't want people to speak about it because this will be embarrassment and will cause people to leave Islam.
So but then, if so they know, why are they still?
It's a business.
Why they're still?
It's a business.
Believing.
Do you know how much money they are making from this business?
Makes sense.
A lot of money. I mean, they are rich. They are filthy rich. Like here, look in YouTube, I cannot even take donation. Why? YouTube always side with the Muslims against us. I can't even keep my videos. I have to delete them every few days. Why? Because you will never find one Muslim channel YouTube taking their videos down. Me, I cannot keep my videos.
I saw one maybe 3 days ago or something. You had like a live and you showed that there is like some higher governmental
Pakistan. They banned my books from Pakistan. And they banned my link actually, my videos. But this is what Islam is about. Islam needs protection. Without protection, Islam is dead. This is why you see the Christians here in the chat always they say, Islam without lies dies. I don't know how many times you heard it. Islam without lies dies. So in order to keep Islam living, we lie to ourselves. We say, oh, Islam is strong, so why you don't allow the Christian to preach the gospel in your country if Islam is strong? Why you don't let people to hear the same as they allow you to hear here? You come here, you build the mosque, you do whatever you want. Nobody kill you, nobody go after you. You are even allowed to go and even you insult Christianity in the street and nobody hurt you. Can we do the same in Morocco, in Algeria?
Well, we have my neighbors. There is one Christian guy. His family came from Lebanon, and he studied in our school. And Arab schools, they teach Tarbiyya Islamiyya, as a subject. And he's forced to study it, although he's Christian and his family already told the school and everything, but still he has to take that.
Yeah, it's okay. I studied Islam, so now I conquer Islam. Did not work for their benefit. The Muslim they wish I never studied Islam, right? They wish. They made a mistake. Actually, the Caliphate Omar, when he occupied Jerusalem, he forced the Christians in the Pact of Omar. You can go read it. That Christians should not teach their children Islam. Why? Because they don't want the Christian children to know how evil Islam is. So he forbid them. It's against the law to teach your children Islam. If you ask yourself why, I mean, come on, you should be happy that you are teaching Islam. No, because if they teach Islam, then they will be able to refute Islam. They will be able to destroy Islam. We want them to stay ignorant about what Islam is about.
Not only that, for me, what woke me up is that when you talked about slavery, when you talked about Muhammad, when he took that woman, what's her name, and he killed her family and then he raped her, basically. Yes. I never heard those stories. They never tell you those stories. They just be like, oh,
But did you check them out yourself?
Everyone, you have to pray.
Did you check out the stories after you heard them from me? Because maybe Christian Prince is not telling the truth. Did you check them out?
Look, you showed the things here.
Exactly, I show it on the screen, and I post the link. And I post the link.
I wouldn't even say it's lie, to be honest, because I know. You wouldn't be lying, to be honest. Why would you even lie?
No, I show it on the screen. This is the Islamic website. It's not our website, right? Everything we show is in the screen. That's why the Muslims, they hate what I do, because I show the evidence. I'm not making a speech showing myself in the camera where people, they can say, oh, he's lying, it's not true. We are showing anything we say in the same spot immediately. Not even next year, next tomorrow. Right away. We spoke about it. We show it on the screen. And this is why they cannot refute us. But I'm so happy for you, my sister.
Oh,
And
thank you.
let me know anytime your dad you want to speak to me. I will be happy. You know, I don't. By the way, I don't open my Skype unless I am live. So if you try to
I know,
call,
I know,
yeah, if you try to call me and I am not live, my Skype always will be off. You will see only Skype
I know.
on only when I'm live. So you can tell me, like you want to bring your dad, and anytime I'm live, I will be happy to speak to your father. And if you have a question anytime about Christianity, I will be happy to hear you, and I will be happy to invite you to know the truth and to see the light and to know Christ. His name is
Thank you so much.
his name is amazing. My sister, my little sister. I am assuming that you are young. Uh, uh, knowing Christ is the best gift I can give you. I can give you. I'm not. I cannot offer more than the best I have, and the best I have
Well,
is
you
the
offered
Most
a
High.
lot, like with your answers, like you offered already a lot. So
Thank you very much.
thank you. Yeah,
Well,
I will leave you now, and I will try to find a time, and yeah, I will try to invite my dad to talk to you.
all right. Well, thank you, and God
Yeah.
bless you, and we will pray for you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Take care. Bye bye. Take care. And don't forget to open the website I just gave you about the Christian. Let me actually share the website with everybody. Have a beautiful songs in Moroccan, but all of them they are made by ex-Muslims, Christian songs made by ex-Muslims from Morocco. You can open it and you can enjoy the songs there. Now, for sure, the tone, the music is a Middle Eastern style, but the words are really. And as you see, like even what happens sometimes that even those who leave Islam, because they used to use the word Allah, still they are, we are trying always to make those who leave Islam stop using the word Allah. Allah is not our God. Is not. Allah is a word contained two words, Al and La. La is the moon god. It takes a lot of work, but it's going to happen. Anyway, I think we have more than enough for today. If you like what we do here, don't forget to subscribe, and you can join us always in our channel. Invite your friends. If you are a Muslim, you like to call me, please let me know. Always we open our Skype when we are live, and I will be happy. If you are a sheikh, if you know a sheikh, please invite him. I'm sure even the Muslim will be interested to see a speech or talk, a dialogue between two people. Both they claim that they have knowledge. So if you have a sheikh, he claim, and I claim, then people will be able to judge to see who knows and who don't. And the one who cannot answer, obviously, he is following the false God. So we are Christians. That means we are victorious. And our victory is not about defeating Muslims. No. As you see, how beautiful to speak to this sister. We don't hate Muslims, and we will never hate them. The victory we speak of is saving them, not hating them. This is why I said to her that the best is about our God, that God is love. God is love. While they think about God as someone scary, for us as a Christian, the most important thing, that God is love. And those who live in love, they live in God, and God lives in them. Nothing can be compared to the teaching of Christ and his love. So I want to say thank you all. Don't forget, I delete my videos, so if you are interested, download them. Like this video will take maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes to be able to download, but in 2 days you will not see it no more. So download it, post on your channel if you care. And if you are interested in certain part of the conversation, you can always cut the video and repost again. I pray to all of you to be in good health and wealth. I pray that the Lord will open the eyes of Muslims. We pray to the family of this wonderful lady, smart lady. who Muhammad, he claimed that women are half a brain, but as you see, the half a brain is the one who made such a statement. Half a brain is Muhammad, who he said women, they will go to hell because of menstruation, who speak always against women, but yet he promised Muslims that we will have a lot of women. Even Muhammad, he claimed that women, they approach in the image of the devil and they live in the image of the devil. So how they are in the image of the devil, but you promise us devil in heaven, which mean women, a lot of them. How they are evil, how they are shaitan, how they are the source of evil. And then you promise us that our reward will be a lot of them. How they can be the source of going to hell, and yet they are the reward. Muhammad obviously is the devil. The one who say a woman, she come in the image of a devil, he is insulting his mother. Which one of you he dare, Muslims, to put a sign in the top of your mother grave or your mother bed, say the statement Muhammad said, women approach in the image of the devil and retires in the image of the devil. Who of you dare to make a sign in the living room so your mother she can see it every day? Who of you dare? Shame on you. That is the image Muhammad trying to make the women look like. Yet he has tons of them in his house. He want to sleep with all of them, but yet they are the devil. The fact is, he is the most devilish, satanic person ever you can imagine. This is why the Lord, he said, from their fruits you shall know them. And if you want to know who is Jesus, go check his fruits. If you want to know who is Muhammad, go check his fruits. And you be the judge. Just be honest. Thank you. May the Lord bless you all. And I hope tomorrow I will be able to come live again. So don't forget to subscribe, invite your friends, your family, if they care to know. And say thank you for being here. This is your brother Christian Prince, was serving you humbly for today. Thank you. God bless.